Alright, I'm recording this before Black Friday, so hypothetically, if you're watching it in time, you haven't been through Black Friday yet. You're not thinking about after Black Friday because you're still worried about what's gonna happen during Black Friday. Save this video and remember to come back and revisit it as soon as you hit wrap on Cyber Monday. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to wrap up Black Friday with a little bow and make sure that the customers you get during this holiday are going to be loyal, long-term customers who will keep coming back and shopping with you again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Here we go. All right, so Black Friday happened. You worked your butt off. You got a ton of new customers. You don't know what you're gonna do with those customers. You're hoping that they'll stick around. You don't really have any reason to be hopeful about that. And you also don't want them to stick around if they're just gonna be customers looking for discounts. If you do lose those customers, if those customers don't stick around, then Black Friday was kind of a waste for you. We don't want that. We know that you're not making a ton of profit on Black Friday customers. You want them to stick around into December and even next year so that they can be loyal customers. So I'm going to show you how to turn these customers into those loyal spenders, how to set yourself up for success for next year. So we're gonna help out future you, and we're going to set you up for a 2023 for the books. There's 3 things that I want you to think about. 1 is deliverability, 2, getting ready to reintroduce yourself, and 3, writing a note to future you. All right, here we go. First things first, your customers that came in on Black Friday, made their first purchase on Black Friday, they're in it for the deal. They wanted your offer, they probably are gift shopping, and they're probably not going to have any emotional connection to your brand yet. We do want to prepare to reintroduce ourselves to those customers. So we want to be able to say who we are, why they should care, how we enrich their life. Outside of the really great deal they just got, what are you going to do to make sure those customers stick around? Think about that. Usually what we'll do is in January, we'll set up something that's kind of like a welcome flow that introduces you, it talks about your values, it talks about what they can expect from you in a slightly different way because they've now made a purchase. So their expectations are a little different, but they still need to know like who you are and why they should care. It's just a tweak on your welcome flow or your post-purchase flow to help those new customers get to know you better. The second thing is the most painful thing by far. You're gonna have to fix your deliverability. If you sent as many emails as I recommended, and I still stand by that, by the way, you probably got some spam complaints. You probably didn't get the engagement on all the emails that you usually would get, and you're probably kind of not on Gmail's good side right now. That's totally okay. It's totally expected. You just can't get the same level of engagement through Black Friday because of the volume of emails going through people's email inboxes. So first of all, don't panic. It's totally fine. What you want to do though is start sending emails to really highly engaged customers again. Whereas before you were probably sending to everyone who ever opened an email, now you're going to tighten it back up and start sending to people who you know are really loyal to your brand and your message. Fixing your deliverability can take like 2 to 4 to 6 weeks, depending on how aggressive you were with your sending. It's worth it. Just take the time to re-warm up your list and send some really good, engaging stuff. This is not the time to keep selling, although through December, you probably do have some more sales going on, but just like dial back the aggression or, assertiveness and start like really tightening up those segments. Okay, the third thing that you're gonna do in the BFCM aftermath, and this one is the one that I ignore, even though I know that future me would really appreciate the help. What we need to do is document what we did and what worked and what people liked and what people didn't like. Leave a report for future us, because next October we're going to start thinking about Black Friday, hopefully earlier, September maybe. We're not really going to remember what we did other than, the anxiety and the stress and the panic. If you're like me, you completely block out that whole time frame. So that's why we're going to leave a little report. It's going to look like this. If you haven't gotten this ebook yet, grab it. It's free. We'll link it below. Actually, we'll link it in the Facebook group. Go hang out there, join us, and this is the first thing you'll get from there. This has the whole strategy that we've been talking about. Literally everything that I know about Black Friday from 5 years of doing Black Friday. What I want to show you right now is the aftermath. Scroll, scroll, scroll. This is it. Think of this as a love letter to future you. Take note of these items, okay? Which creatives had the best click rates? Which offers had the best take rates? So what do people like to click on and what do people like to buy? Which segments performed the best and which offers performed the worst? If you have 2 or 3 or 4 offers going, which ones were people really excited about and which ones did people really not give a shit about? At the very minimum, get the answers to these. Screenshots are great. Put them in a folder, label it Black Friday 2022, and that's it. It's simple, but you'll really appreciate your forethought when you get to like September next year. For bonus points, go into Klaviyo and export all of your campaign data. That's in case you have any questions about like what you did last year, why you thought that was the best click rate, things like that. But even if you just have these 4 answers, you're gonna be miles ahead of where you were this year. All right, so that's it. That's all you have to do to handle the BFCM aftermath. I hope that the holiday itself was successful, but also I just hope that you're looking forward to doing even better next year. So remember 3 things to do. Leave a note for future you. Deal with your deliverability, don't ignore it, and make sure you get ready to introduce yourself to all your new customers. That's a wrap for this video. If you got any value out of it, like, subscribe, smash the button, join the Facebook group, and don't forget to download the ebook. It's free. You can find the link below. It's got all this good stuff in it, but it is slightly less chaotic narrative. Enjoy. We'll see you next week.